So you've probably heard that the best way to get more confident is to go out and talk to people. But what does that actually mean? What do you have to do? And what happens if something goes wrong? So today I'm going to break it down so you know exactly what to do if you want to build your social confidence, and have some pro tips that you can use in your own life. So whenever I'm coaching someone to improve their confidence, this is one of the first exercises that I recommend they do. And here is a good example.
Oh, I love your top. It's very Christmassy. It's very nice. You match the inside here.
As you can see there, the exercise is to compliment strangers. And in fact, for this day, my goal was to compliment 10 different strangers, which you'll see throughout the rest of this video. And the reason why I recommend this so highly is that it does 3 things amazingly well. The first is that it actually gets you comfortable interacting and talking to people you don't know. And on top of that, it gets you more accustomed to approaching them, because you need to be the one to make the first move. Otherwise, it won't happen. The second is that it's super low stakes. When you go up and try to compliment somebody, nobody is going to be angry or outright reject you or try to embarrass you. They're not going to be like, wow, who is this guy saying something nice about me? They're going to be like, either really appreciative or pretty neutral about it. And the third thing, and arguably the most important, is it shows you that all this overthinking and the fears and thoughts in your head aren't real, and that when you go up to and talk to someone, you don't die or instantly burst into flames. You can push your social comfort zone and stay alive. Now that's all well and good, and you saw I had a nice little interaction with this lady here, but what if it doesn't go well? What do you do then? Well, here is an example of that.
Hey, I love your top. It matches your color. Yeah. What did I do? It matches your color.
So as you can see there, obviously I fumbled over my words and said something that didn't even make sense, right? However, that is still a win. Remember, the whole goal of this is to build your social comfort zone, to build that social muscle. So you win if you go up and talk to the person. You're not here to sound cool or have the perfect words to say. You'll get that later and you'll establish that as things go on. You just are trying to build the muscle of, hey, you have an idea, you have a compliment or something to say to that person, and going up and saying it. So I just wanted to show that, because obviously that was not the best interaction, and you know, someone might say that is a failure, but no, that is actually a huge success. And plus, it also got me very used to the idea that someone might not welcome me with open arms, and that's okay. Another reason why this actually ended up being a good thing is that a lot of the time when you actually try to go out and do this, you can get stuck overthinking in your head for dozens of minutes, maybe even hours, just walking around thinking, ooh, I want to say something to this person, but I don't know exactly how to phrase it, or, oh, I want to talk to that person, but I don't want to feel weird or whatever. And something I use to get past that overthinking is what I call the 3-second rule. So as soon as you decide that you want to interact with strangers or to try to push your comfort zone, count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and the next person you see, you're going to go up and interact with them. No script in your head, no idea of what you're going to say. Just try to get something out there. Sometimes it comes out awkward, sometimes it comes out maybe not perfect, but the idea is not to be perfect. The idea is to build the courage to create conversation, because when you can consistently do that, that is when your life changes. And by the way, if you want me to coach you and walk you through the exact exercises you need to become more socially confident, I am offering 7 days of free coaching to my subscribers. Literally all you need to do is click the link in the description and it'll put you on the waitlist to get personalized one-on-one advice directly from me. So after that, I just had a couple what I call drive-by interactions, where I'm walking by and I kind of toss a compliment over at somebody.
Yes, sir. I love your pants. That top is a lovely color. It's a really nice color, the top. Yeah, it's lovely. Have a good day.
In this one here, the lady didn't fully hear what I said, and I figured, you know what, let me double down and make sure she hears it, because, you know, what's the point if you just mumble it under your breath? So this guy here I saw, and I thought he had a cool shirt, so I figured I would compliment him on that.
Hey, excuse me. It's a nice shirt. Where did you get this? The coffee shop?
Yeah.
Okay. I would never expected that.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
And then I had this awkward moment where it's like we're both heading the same direction. So I actually thought this would be a good opportunity to double down and try to go just from giving compliments to having a conversation with a person. And I lead into one here.
Like they just sell it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, they have like a kind of merchandise section.
Uh-huh. Oh, cool.
And they have like a rocket shirts.
I haven't been inside Full Bloom, to be honest, so I just thought it was only coffee and like pastries and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
So not the best or most engaging conversation overall, but it was nice, it was positive, and again, it was a win because this was a complete stranger. I don't even know the guy's name, and here we are chatting. Again, this is all about pushing the comfort zone, at least for today, and that was another big win. And because I was kind of in this social momentum and talking to that guy, meant that as soon as I came out the elevator, I saw this lovely couple, and I was able to interact in a fun little way with them.
Yeah, but working it, man. You want me to take a photo of both of y'all? Yeah, man. Oh, you want the elf? Okay. Taking a couple for you. Alright, one of those have to work. Yeah, you're welcome. You look lovely.
So this is just a little example of some fun things that can happen when you're open and able to be social. You can have little fun moments with people and brighten the day. This is actually a pro tip that it took me years to find out. If you are feeling particularly nervous, I highly recommend going up and approaching someone who is a little bit more on the older side. Older people are almost kind of ignored, so when you go up to them and talk to them and compliment them, they're going to be a lot more receptive. And plus, I just find it's a lot less intimidating interacting with someone who's far older than me as opposed to interacting with somebody my age. So after that, we just have a couple more drive-by compliments here.
I love the monotone. Yeah, it's great. Hey bro, keep some muscle for the rest of us now. Selfie Central. You look good, don't worry.
I actually really like this one because it really shows that you don't really have to say anything special. Like, I walked by this person, they were taking a selfie, and I said Selfie Central. That's not even a term, but I referenced what was happening, and we were able to have a little bit of a laugh. It more came down to the vibe I came at it with. I was like happy and like I had a smile on my face because I'd felt very socially motivated, so they picked up on that energy. If I'd come in and I was like, Selfie Central, I doubt it would have panned out as well. So that really tells you that a lot of the time it doesn't even matter what you say. Throughout this whole video here, I'm not saying groundbreaking things to people. I'm saying, hey, nice top, I like your outfit or whatever, and I can improve in the compliments I say, and I will improve in future days. But that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't take much to get somebody open to talking to you, at the very least receiving what you have to say. And next here is actually the last and probably what I would say is the favorite interaction. This is the one in the thumbnail that you all have all been waiting for, and it's one that meant a lot to me because as a guy, I'm a bit intimidated by beautiful girls, right? I think every guy can relate to that. I don't know if that's the little kid inside of me who went to an all-boys school who's poking his head out, but that is just something that I know is a little more of the social barrier to me, and I imagine it is for a lot of other people. So I was really proud to do it, and this is how it went.
Excuse, I just want to say I love your outfit. You look like you're out of a magazine. Like, it's so nice. Have a good one.
So I have one more big tip, and then I have a bit of a reflection on day one. So the big tip is that this social skill stuff is all about momentum. The same way at the start where I said like the hardest part is to go from 0 people talk to 1 person talk to. You really need to get that momentum going, get that ball rolling as quickly as possible. And it also extends to, you don't really want to stop that often. So like I did here, I just kind of sat down and scrolled on my phone a bit because I felt weird just walking around. Don't do that because it kind of resets your social energy to 0, and then you kind of have to work back up the nerve again. You have to start back almost from scratch in order to talk to the next person. So really try to keep moving, keep positive, keep social. What I would probably change from my performance, if you want to call it that, is in the next time I go out, I'm probably going to try to linger a little bit longer with people, right? Not just toss out those compliments and run away, but say a compliment and then maybe ask a question or, lead into something more of a conversation. And that's something I'm definitely going to work on. So a big overall lesson from this is it is okay to fumble over your words or be awkward. The point is to push yourself and go out and actually be there, be in the arena, be one of the only people who would reach out and talk to a stranger. But one of the biggest early problems that guys have when they do this is that they come off as creepy, and sometimes they don't even know it. So if you are worried about that and you want to avoid it entirely, check out this video where I break down what even is creepy and 5 mistakes that you can avoid.